Hey everyone, how are you today? Just wait. Hello. Hope you're doing well. I love coming on to share this self-care today. And I think it's really a great topic, one that gets missed a lot from women. And I'm curious to know how you feel about this as well. I'm just going to check in that I am on Facebook. I am. Great. So as you know, as you're popping in, please make sure to add StreamYard so then I can see your comments in StreamYard, because otherwise I can't see them if you are messaging. I don't know the name. So if you haven't added that in, say who you are so I can see you. And I am a little bit early, so I'm just going to wait here and sip my herbal tea. Got some herbal tea. I don't know about you, but I know self-care, something that I need to do. I need to even get better at. It's one of those things, isn't it? It's one of those things that we just keep piling on and thinking we're okay until you're not, and you get run down and you get sick or you have some health issues. And these are the things that we need to be so careful about. And know that we are in charge of our own self-care. If we don't make an effort to look after ourselves, who is going to do it for us? I can promise you, it has to come from you, right? This is something that you need to give yourself permission, which is hard for women, to say, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. I'm going to do, what is that for you? And it's different for everybody. So I really want to encourage you, if you're here or on the replay, first of all, make sure, I'm Yvonne Stanton. I'm your host today. I'm a a wellness coach, in the sense that it's about our body, our mind, and everything in between, right? Because on this journey of transformation, I like to call it transformation, because even though you might be wanting to drop the weight, it's more than that. There's these other things that have to come into play to be able to do that sustainably and keep it off forever, right? And that's why we cover lots of different things here with you, and especially in my coaching packages, right? It's not just one thing that we talk about. There's a multitude of things that I cover that come up for everybody at different times. So today, talking about self-care, it's a really important one to be tuning into and going inside to say, what do I need? I want you to ask yourself, what do you need right now? Because when you start asking more questions of yourself, you will know. And so remember, hashtag replay, comments, please. Facebook will hopefully draw more people. I know there's all the algorithms change with Facebook. But it's great to know that you're watching. So make sure you do hashtag replay, and then hashtag, what do you need? So I'm asking a question. I want you to answer it in the comments. What is it that you think you need for your self-care? Is it time? Is it spending time with your husband? Is it spending time on your own? Is it having 5 minutes to do some meditation? Is it journaling? Is it going and having a facial? Like, what brings you to that place where you feel like you've had some you time. Because there's a lot of like, we're all different. We all need different things. Depends what you're doing. If you're still caregiving, to your kids, if they're still home, or even if adult kids, or your grandma, you're giving and giving and giving. So where are you filling your cup up in your self-love of saying that you are good enough and worthy and believe and you deserve this? Because we do deserve self-love. We do deserve time, structured schedule. Okay. So everybody is different. Yes, I like a facial as well. Who is that? Put your name beside that or underneath. Who just said, I like a facial? I love going into the spa. I do feel that is the ultimate self-love, and I don't do it enough. I did it a little while ago with one girlfriend, and it was just so nice. It was like that pamper and just like relaxing, someone's hands on me. So I know that sounds bizarre, but I'm single. So touch for me from others is really nice because I touch myself, but I don't get as much of touch from others. Like my family and siblings are all overseas. And I don't see my friends. It's that time of year. We're all really busy, but I'm a very touchy-feely person. That's connection for me. That helps. That gives me nurture, right? That's nurturing for me. But, you've just got me thinking I'm going to book a facial when I get off this. Not now. I'm going to book it for December because you have to book everything in advance. And I'm having a facial and I'm going to go chill. That is I'm writing it down. So who said that? Who said that? What else? What else makes you feel, because I don't know, we have to give ourselves that permission. And sometimes as women, we just don't give ourselves permission that we should do something. When we're being pulled with family, children, significant others, right? Working, extended family, in-laws, all these things just keep going. And you're pouring from a pitcher that eventually has no water left in it. And when that runs dry, that's not good, right? Because we got to fill it back up. How do we fill it back up? And especially on the weight loss journey, it's so important to be filling back our cup. Sometimes we can feel guilty for showing, self-love within ourselves, for ourselves. Is this making sense? Anybody feel this way? So when we are, wanting to, when we're on this transformation in this journey, it's really crucial to have that plan, right? A healthy strategy plan that works for you, that doesn't create more overwhelm for you. Because when you've tried all those different methods, all those fast things that you're chasing, the faster, lose weight here, lose weight there, and you're getting disappointed because nothing works. And then we're beating ourselves up with the negative self-talk and all these other things that just keep snowballing. That's where the self-love can just go, right? We can just, I'm fine. I'm not going to worry about it, blah, blah, blah. And we need to focus on our self-love in this journey. We have to love now. And self-love, like maybe it's going to yoga, having that 1 hour alone, breathing. I love my yoga. I also enjoy my running because my running helps me. That's sort of my definitely, that's my thing. It helps me feel good, my endorphins. But it's also just something I do religiously. So it sometimes doesn't feel like self love, right? So there's this fine line. Like that can be feeling just part of me, my maintenance, right? That's my maintenance. So, what is your self love? I want you to go deeper because it wouldn't even be time and structure. It would be something deeper than that. Because when we start going more inward, we know what actually gives us relief. We can feel it. It's more. So, what is that? And it is part of the routine for self-care, right? Creating a morning routine for sure. Taking time out. Maybe it's about writing down your gratitude of life or saying it out loud. I always say mine out loud. That practice of gratitude is super important. I love, like this morning, it was absolutely bucketing of rain. We've had a lot of rain again. I'm just thinking, gosh, I hope it goes away soon. But I was in bed as it was pouring and bucketing, thinking, thank goodness. I was so grateful that I actually had my roof repaired in my deck because I had some problems. And I just got it all done last week. And I was just like, oh, because that would have been very stressful for me. And that was like, oh, thank you. So the gratitude is really important to come back to because it gives us more gratitude for what we have and self-love for what we have. Because we can forget. We can forget. And it's not just about doing this one thing like the facial feels great, but what about now? What is it right now that you can do for yourself that gives you that self-love on a daily basis? Is it reading for 15 minutes? Is it watching an episode you feel like, oh, thank you, I can sit here and do that? Is it putting some music on? Is it going for a brisk walk with a girlfriend or on your own? Maybe putting your skincare on. Like, how good is that? Putting on your skincare, your face feels good. Hot shower. Every time I get in the shower, I'm like, oh, this is so good. Like I can just someday stand there because that to me is like just the water pounding on me and it's warm. And it is definitely like that self-love for myself. There's manicures and pedicures. That's part of self-love. Buying something new, especially when we start seeing our weight shift. Isn't that amazing when we can go out and buy something new? Even new workout gear. Because, if you're wearing daggy things, that's not self-love. It's like, even when we're not where we want to be, go buy some new workout gear that inspires you to feel good, to actually do the things that we need to do. Because otherwise, you're still in that old self, in those old clothes, which reminds you usually that you're not good enough and probably limiting you and sabotaging yourself. So buy some new clothes, buy some new workout clothes, feel good in them. Does that make sense? Maybe it's like, going on a weekend, going for a hike, do something different, being in nature. Nature's always so refreshing. Having a picnic, go hear some music, pack a lunch. Lots of different things that we can do. And here's a really great idea that I love doing. And I did it last year. I haven't put anything new in my jar. I have a jar. And I actually write down things in there. Even sometimes it's about things I want in my life, right? And I put them in. But what about a self-care idea? You can put some things in a jar of self-care ideas in a piece of paper, and then you can draw on them just randomly. And you can add something into your routine or whatever is in there. That would be really fun to do, right? That would be a fun thing to do. I know self-care for me is sleep. Sleep, sleep, sleep. And my sleep is not really happening right now. So, but what I do know is that when I first get into bed, it's like, oh, I feel so good. Who else feels like that? Night and day. Yes. Laughter. Absolutely. Seeing fun. Yes. Oh, hello, Sasha. She's ready for her walk. It's been pouring, but the sun's out. So I'll take her after this for a quickie. So yes, that's right. Having more joy, having more laughing. That is absolutely so good. Great. That's fantastic, Sherry. So what I actually would love for you ladies to do is to really implement some of these changes, especially coming into the next, like it's coming into 5 weeks now for Christmas. And let's be honest here, this is when life gets even busier for us, right? Because women are the ones that are doing and organizing and all that stuff that goes along with usually the holidays. Wrapping presents, buying presents. I don't know what everyone's doing. I know for my family, we're doing because we're in 3 different countries, we're actually doing a wish list where you can order online. A Secret Santa, though, you don't know who it's from. Anyway, so, there's always these things, though, that we have to do. So I want you to start thinking about your self-love now. And maybe it can be a Christmas present as well, but we need to be having self-care is about what you can do for you. It has to be about you. You need to be making those choices. You need to be implementing some of those things and giving yourself permission. Give yourself permission to disconnect. Give yourself permission to turn your phone off. Give yourself permission to tell your husband he's cooking dinner for himself. Or your family. Give yourself permission. Because these are all things that actually help us down the road. And I mean, I know it's always a work in progress, right? It's things that we can just let slide away. And then we have to come back when your cup is low again. So how do we refill our cup? It's always about that refilling our cup. Refill, refill, refill. And only you can take charge of your health. No one else. It's not up to anyone else. It's up to you. So eating better food, having better fueling your body rather than just giving it nothing. I was on a coaching call this morning and we talked about, she was hungry and she was having some rice thins, which I always recommend. I have them too. But here's the thing. She was hungry. So a rice thin, really, there's nothing in it. I said, you're better off to have a hard-boiled egg. Protein helps fill you. And those are things that are self-care. That's self-care right there. Giving yourself the better nutrition that is going to make you feel better and healthier and be more content with what you've eaten, right? Getting enough exercise. Get out. You need to move our body. This is really important. That is self-care. That's the physical self-care that you need and deserve. And you are the only one that can do that. Socialization is key. I'm a people person. I need to be around people. And I work from home. Thank goodness, though. I get on Zoom calls with my clients, right? Because that fills my cup. Nothing like people, though, in front. And this also comes from our mental self-care, right? We need to be making sure that we're really in tune with our thoughts. Our thoughts are everything. We need to be having positive self-talk. Also keeping it sharp, right? Doing puzzles or like um, learning, anything learning, you're using your mind, right? We've got to keep that mind active. New things always, because it keeps your mind really sharp and using different parts of our brain, right? Really important to stay doing that. Most people that work will usually have things that are pushing outside, but not always. Sometimes you're in a day, the job that just the same thing over and over. So you need to be really making sure that you're getting some new things coming into your mind that is keeping it going. Learning always, always, always. And making enough time for activities that mentally stimulate you, because that is where the fun and the joy comes. And then you feel satisfied. Yeah. Doing proactive things to stay mentally healthy. And then, of course, we have our spiritual self-care, right? Which is your meditation. That's the, ask yourself questions how you feel. Ask yourself questions, did I fuel my body today properly? Ask yourself, did I, whatever that is for you, spiritual, God related, doesn't matter, religious, all of that is all the same, right? And then we have emotional self-care. Those are dealing with those uncomfortable emotions, anger, anxiety, sadness. They all come from within. When you're angry at someone, it's something inside you, normally that you haven't sorted out or forgiven someone. Expecting expectations of others is one way to really be holding that stuff in, right? Anxiety, stress related, normally that anxiousness, breathe. That's where the practice of self-care and meditation really comes in to help with all that, because we don't want to react. And when we're reacting, we're in fight and flight, right? That's that whole next level of your whole cortisol levels are going out and you're in a different frame of mind. So why is self-care important? Are you getting it now? Right? Doesn't this stuff make sense? How important it is to us? It is so, so important. It helps with, the reduce of anxiety and depression, reducing stress overall, improving resilience. We have to care about that bottom line stackable stress that we can hold on and bring into our lives, right? Improving our happiness, smile. Do you ever catch yourself like when you're not smiling enough? Ask yourself, smile, Yvonne, smile. When you say anything, just think about smiling all the time, and all of a sudden you will feel better. It'll snap you out of a time when you don't feel good. Promise you. Smile, just smile. Smile all day, and I'm telling you, you'll have a better day. Things won't look so bad. Smile. Increase your energy. As I said, that's my running, right? That energy of what we're doing, being, that's exhilarating in us, right? And we always have to be mindfully making sure we're not burning out. So there's a real fine line of, if you are working out too much and all these things are doing too much again, then you're going to that other level where we need to pull it back sometimes and have it, do a little bit less of this and this and this. So put a plan together for yourself, right? Where you need to focus. Put it in. Maybe it's a weekly thing for you. Maybe it's once a week you want to make sure that you're doing something, because we can't add it in on a daily basis. It's too much. It becomes overwhelming and you'll do it and then you'll stop. So how do we do something? We do something slowly. If we do too much, it's all or nothing. We're not all or nothing. These are new things all the time. So we have to implement slowly. So, writing, whatever that is for you, whatever that self love is, I want you to implement it one day a week. Okay. And if you can do more, great. Like, time structured schedule. Um, yeah, we'll talk about that. But self care is everything to staying healthy, to being vibrant, to eating properly, in our weight, in our mind, in our body. So, any questions? Kind of covered everything there. So, pamper yourself. So then you can pamper your family. Because how can you keep giving when you're empty? When you're fueled, when your cup is drained, your cup has no water, how do you go and give more? We have to be pampering ourselves. We have to fill our cup. We have to be doing the things that make us feel joy, happiness, and exhilarating, because that is filling your cup. But also, it's finding new things that maybe aren't what you want to do if we're time poor. Like, what else can give you joy that's just little things to implement at home, which is like that 5 minutes away, taking away, or 15-minute walk after work, clear the mind. I know for me, it's like going and taking Sasha for a walk after work, right? Like I clock off, I'm like, come on, Sasha. And I just get out, go for a walk. And it's just like, oh, let the day go, right? And you sort of just think about all the good things and let it go, right? Because you're always got things to do. And I finish my day and I go, yep, that's it for today. And I go. So I do this work too. I do this work as well. And if you're going to go book a facial, good, go do it. Okay. I give you permission, ladies. I give you permission, whatever that you want to do, to go do it. Don't hesitate. Don't second guess it. Just go do it. I was on a client call this morning and she's 87. Okay. 87 years. I can't wait to get a testimonial with her. I think I'm going to do it next week. 87 years old. And she was talking about, you're as happy as you are today. That's it. And I thought, yeah, that's a good saying, because it's all about today. It's not about yesterday, and it's certainly not about tomorrow. So what we do today is everything. And staying in that moment and not thinking about tomorrow or thinking about yesterday is going to not keep you in a self-care love, and it's not good for you, period. I hope you guys have gotten some really great tips here and implementing, and make sure to comment below what you're going to implement so I can read that and I can follow up, because yeah, I know. Wow, right? 87 years old and she's coaching with me. Yep. Yeah. And I can't wait for her testimonial. It's really, I get on there and I feel just so grateful. So grateful that she's in my life. It's like my nana. So, and when she said that to me today, I was like, yeah, totally. Be in the today. You're as happy as you are today. So be happy. What if today's your last day, right? Think about what you do. Would it change? Would something change if it was the last day? I know everybody would be doing different things, right? And we'd have that self-care and self-love and be having fun. So that's the small bit that we want to take from this conversation, is that we need to implement this as much as we can in our lives. And slowly is always best, because then you'll always make sure that you're finding that little bit of joy and happiness and self-love somewhere in your day when we do it a little more often. Okay, guys, ladies, always so good having you here. And hashtag replay, hashtag what you're doing for self-love. All right. So what it is it hashtag facial, hashtag new gym gear, hashtag dinner with your husband, hashtag they're fending for themselves. What is it that makes you go, I'm taking this, and I'm giving myself permission to do what? What are you giving yourself permission to do? Okay. So thank you for being here. I love these weekly Zooms or lives. And I have to plan out the next 5 weeks. So I'll put a poll in the Facebook to get some ideas. And yes, and I did cancel that masterclass earlier in the week. I was just getting my cup was totally empty, and it's still running a little low. So I will be back with that soon too. And it was a bit quick as well. I know I had quite a few people say, I can't make it. And so, anyway, we'll get there. Okay. I'm sorry for having to reschedule that. All right, ladies, I hope you've enjoyed today, and please hashtag what's your self-love? What are you doing? All right. Bye.